everybody, and welcome to Dr. Holloman's music class. So if you watched my vowel warm-up video, then you already kind of have an understanding of what these warm-up videos are going to be all about. To reiterate, these are warm-ups that I created for my choir when we were virtual back in the fall of 2020. And so we were doing videos on their music that I would be hoping that we'd be doing when they would get back into in-person learning. And so I created a warm-up video to go in front of each of the videos I created for each voice part for that particular song. So this series of videos, again, are going to be videos concerning warm-up. This particular video is going to be going into consonants. So doing warm-ups virtual are kind of interesting. So, as far as teaching them to your class, so you're going to see the video it's going to feel a little choppy in spots, simply because I had to, when I was doing the editing for this, I had to cut out some things where I was referencing specifically my students and their music and things like that. So it's going to feel a little choppy in spots. I apologize for that. But, those who are, used to video editing, know what I'm talking about. So I hope that you enjoy this video on consonants. I am going to be putting out some more videos of different warm-ups that we did during those 8 weeks where I was creating these videos for them. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Any of my videos that you go explore my YouTube channel so you can see what other great content I have on music, how to incorporate music technology and bucket drumming and things like that. And I'm hoping to be putting out a series of videos on new warm-ups that I have learned since I did these series of videos for my students back in 2020. So again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and always be sure to visit my channel. If you visit my website, if you haven't visited my website already, link is down here at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you soon. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Okay, you guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to take a cleansing breath. So breathe in real deep and let it out. Breathe in one more time. Make sure you're taking a lower clavicular breath. That means down into the tummy region, really low. Breathe in real deep into the tummy. Let it out. Okay, now we're ready to warm you up. So today's warm-up is going to focus on consonant. You can't sing on a consonant. You sing on the vowel. But consonants are what makes the word, okay? It's like king-size sheets on a clothesline. For anybody who's ever seen those movies where they hang their sheets on those clotheslines outside, those king-size sheets take up a lot of space because they're really, really important, but you hold them up there with those clothespins, and that's what your consonants are, okay? They're the clothespins that hold everything together and keeps it from falling apart. You can sing a song on vowels, but it's really not going to make any sense. So let's talk about how to do clear consonants. So I'm going to share my screen so we can get started. Okay, here we go. Got our consonant chart here. All right, so these are all the consonants, not all the consonants, but the ones that you're most likely to see a word starting with. I did not include U because U functions as sort of kind of a vowel rather than a consonant. I did not include C because it's so similar to the K, and I did not include the X because you really aren't going to see a lot of words start with X. And X, depending on what word it's attached to, could vary. So we're just looking at your basic consonants. Now, consonants can either be plosive, non-plosive, or fricative. Plosive means you were doing some kind of burst in order to create the consonant. Non-plosive means it's just like an okay, there's nothing happening, it's just coming out. For a fricative vowel, that means you are using your teeth and your lips in order to create that sound. So let's look at each of these. So say this consonant after me, B, B. That would be plosive, okay? Now, let's do the next one. Listen, I'll do it once, you do it the second time. Ready, go. D, D. That's another plosive because I'm exploding sound. That's our F. That would be a fricative vowel because I'm using my teeth and my lips to create that. G, G. Another plosive. Looking at the J, J, J. That's another kind of a combination between plosive and fricative. All right, let's look at the next one. K, K. And if you're doing that right, you'll feel that plosiveness back in the middle of the mouth. All right, now the next one. That's a non-plosive, okay? There's no friction there. We're not exploding sound. It's a non-plosive, okay? Let's look at our M. Do it with me. Another non-plosive. Okay, here's the N. Another non-plosive. Do you think the P is going to be plosive or non-plosive? Yeah, it's going to be plosive. So just do a P, because we're creating that plosive sound. Now, I included Q because a lot of times we'll see the word quiet, queen, quick, things like that. But we're going to do a qu, because we got to have that U sound on behind it. Ready, go, qu. Now, I included the R. And down here in the South, we have trouble with our R, especially when the R is in the middle or toward the end of the word, because as Southerners, the Southern accent tends to lean into the R. So what we want to do is lean away from that, but we're looking at words that would start with an R, like run, ran, okay? So let's do a R, ready, go, R. Now for our S, now R would be more on the non-plosive side, okay? Let's look at our S, ready, go, S. That would be fricative. Look at the next one. T, t. There's a plosive. Look at the next one. V, v. There's our fricative. Our next one. W, w. There's our W. That would be not quite plosive, but not quite non-plosive. It's somewhere in the middle. And our next one. Z, z. That would be our fricative, okay? All right, so let's walk it down. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to alternate. We're going to start with the red ones, and there's no other reason that they're different colors other than we're going to start with the red ones to work our way down, and the blue ones we're going to work our way back up. Okay? All right, so let's start with the B. So we're going to go ba, 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 ba. So we're using an vowel behind it. Ready? Go. Ba, 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 ba. Now da, 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 da. Fa, fa. Now notice, even though we were doing these very important consonants, we're getting past them quickly into that vowel, because it's the vowel is where we sing. The consonant is just what helps us make our song make sense when we're trying to translate the text to the audience, okay? So we want crisp, clean, clear consonants and long, drawn out, tall, rich vowels, okay? Now we're gonna work our way up, but we're gonna start with an N. So we're gonna start with na, then go to pa, qua, ra, sa, ta, va, wa, za. So we're gonna go, give you the first one for example. Na, 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 na. So that's how we're gonna do this next sequence. Okay, let's try it. Ready, go. Na, 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 na. Pa, 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 pa. Qua, 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 qua. Ra, 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 ra. Sa, 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 sa. Ta, 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 ta. Va, 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 va. Wa, 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 wa. Sa, 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 sa. Yeah, just like that. Excellent. Okay, so now let's do a cleansing one. Just ready, go. Do something that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. It's the to sit in solemn silence warm up. This is one of those warm-ups that we can take all these consonants that you have been working on, and then we add them to our vowels in order to create a clean, clear, crisp line, and make sure no matter how fast we say these words are going to come out very, very clean. Okay? All right, so I'm going to read this out for you. And I'm warning you, this is a little on the strange side, but I didn't come up with this warm-up. This is something that I learned a long time ago from a voice teacher at Mississippi State, okay? All right, so listen to me first. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark duck.
Say that. Ready, go. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock. And the whole point of this is to get those consonants very crisp. Here's the next one. In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock. Say that with me. In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock. And a pestilential prison, pestilential means disease, because this is kind of a description of what would happen to people back in the medieval period when they were up in the dungeons and the towers and waiting on their time for the let's move on. Okay, go. Awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock. Ready, go. Awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock. Please don't say shark. I've heard too many people say shark in the past. Short, sharp shock. Get those consonants out. From a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Try that. From a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so if you're new to this warm-up and you want to sit out on the first run so you can listen to how it goes, that's totally fine. Remember, the point of this is to get gradually faster each time we do it, okay? So we're going to start really slow. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Another one. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Little faster. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Again. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. If your jaw is not working overtime to get those words out, then you are not doing it correctly. Make sure that jaw is working extra. Here we go. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Again. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Again. To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. All right, let's do a cleansing warm-up just to end it out.